So go up to Tennessee. They have like quarter comics.
We have quarter bins and methamphetamines. You do some meth, you can look for comics for a long time.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God!
For more than a century, comic books, television, and movies have existed. Each separate, broken, with their gatekeepers.
No!
Then, something happened that brought all media together. The internet brings comic fans around the world into one comic community. Put your hands together, comic fan. Comics are for everyone. It's 10 p.m. Eastern, live new Comic Book Wednesday, a weekly YouTube show about comic books with Lady Fantastic. Comics on the Line.
Get your hands up!
Miracle Man. Special guest appearances by Ace. And your host, Not Near Mint. Welcome to Not Near Mint.
Welcome to the broadcast, everybody. It's Not Near Mint Wednesday. It's a new episode, and we have Tom Peyer as a guest. So please welcome Tom Peyer. Good evening, everybody.
Hello, Tom. Thanks for joining us tonight. I know I've said this like 15 times, but man, I am jazzed to have you here.
Thanks, man. Great to be here.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
So I got to ask, I'm just going to totally derail everything because, you know, I'm going to fanboy through this entire interview, just so you know.
Cool.
When we met, I was like really reserved. And I feel like I was like, oh, we had a great conversation and I didn't nerd out too much, but I am going to be a giant nerd tonight. And Rob, I'm sorry, I'm totally stepping on you. Rob normally leads this.
No, it's okay because I know what a fan that Miracle Man is. Let me just start by saying this. When he first started coming on this show, he was preaching to the choir about Ahoy Comics. And one such comic that he was pulling out was Dragonfly and Dragon Man. And he said, you got to get this book. Unfortunately, my comic shop back at the time was not carrying a lot of independent books. Now I'm going to a proper LCS that has corrected that.
Good.
Good.
That trade.
So, you know, everybody, just so you know, just a couple of years ago, Ahoy burst on the scene with, in my estimation, one of the best superhero books that was on the market at the time. Hands down, the best new book of that year, Wrong Earth.
Well, thank you.
It was fantastic. Can I ask you maybe to give our viewing audience a little breakdown of what Wrong Earth is all about?
Okay, yeah. Wrong Earth, it's a series I co-created with Jamal Igle, who's a great artist and who really brought a lot to this. And it's basically, you've got two parallel Earths with two versions of the same superhero. One of them is a superhero, like a mass crime fighter, no powers, but the kind of crime fighter you would have read about before, say, 1980. Who's like a milk-drinking, flag-saluting upholder of the status quo and a friend to all the police. And then a sort of post-1980 version of the same guy who's like an ultra-violent vigilante who's into sticking it to the man. And they live on two different Earths that are very much home for them. Earth Omega is where Dragonfly lives, and it's a corrupt place and a very violent place. And Earth Alpha is where Dragonfly Man lives, and it's a very wholesome, sun-splashed place. And in the Wrong Earth, they get trapped on each other's worlds. So it's kind of a reverse. It's kind of a double Howard the Duck situation. They're trapped in a world they're never making. And they both have to learn to get along in a place where not even the good guys share their values. So Jamal ran with it. I loved writing that series. It felt like home to me. And we've done subsequent ones. We did one called Dragonfly and Dragonfly Man, which was adventures of them before they got swapped to different Earths. And now we're doing one called The Wrong Earth Night and Day, which has the two of them trapped on the same Earth, the third Earth. And can two mass crime fighters share a planet without driving each other crazy?
Especially two that are so very similar, yet so very different at the same time.
That's the trouble. You know, it's like they could live with their differences if they weren't so similar.
Right.
It's kind of like each one of them feels like they're looking in the most unflattering mirror possible.
So that was the flagship title for Ahoy, right? That was the very first book, wasn't it?
It was the first. Yeah, it was the first one that came out. And, that was. It was in September of 1918.
2018.
Yeah, it was 1918. We've been publishing for 103 years.
You're looking really spry for that, Tom. I gotta say.
The trouble is, you're just discovering us now.
I would be so very depressed if that was true.
I don't know why I said 1918.
You had superpowers.
It's been a long day.
Although we are getting one question from Whack Comics.
Oh, yes.
Why do you have MySpace Tom on your profile pic? That throws him off.
It does, and I'm sorry. I really apologize. It's just funny to me. You know, I would love to have gone to MySpace, and you get there, and you would have your first friend was Tom, who was like the fiend who owned MySpace. And
picture.
And my name happens to be Tom, so I can do that. I just threw his picture up there with his first name. And there, once in a while, I come across someone who thinks I'm him, and I feel very bad about it.
I haven't seen you in forever, since I was in middle school.
You still look great.
Wow, I never realized that Tom Peyer actually wrote The Authority.
How's your son Facebook?
The guy that was MySpace? He did comic books?
Yeah, it's been a journey, let me tell you.
So Rob brought it up there. You've been. You brought up The Authority there, but as we were talking backstage before the show, you have been everywhere in comics, right? I mean, is there a major publisher you haven't worked with?
Probably, but I did a lot for DC. I did some for Marvel, some for Valiant in the 90s, Magnus Robot Fighter and stuff. I did some Bongo comics, Simpsons stuff. And,
on a lot of Simpsons comic books, from Bongo, the Simpsons comics, Bart Simpson.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think I did that many, but I loved doing it. It was really Maybe I don't think I did that many because I liked it so much, but it was fun. I love doing that, and I love doing the Batman 66, which are both just karaoke of TV shows. I guess for some reason I want to do that.
If you know, out of all the titles you've worked on, you know, what was your favorite one to write?
You know, I don't think there was a favorite. I did love doing Our Man. I mean, you have to love what you're doing when you're writing it, or else you're not being fair to the characters.
Yeah.
So, you know, you want to be friends with the Legion of Superheroes when you're writing them.
Right.
So there were some special. I mean, Our Man was a special collaboration. So was Runner, Penultimate. All the stuff I've done at Ahoy really had a great feeling toward. I couldn't name a favorite because I'm also the editor, and that would be terrible.
That brings up some bias here. I know that you edited some Sandman comics, and way back in the day, when you were working on Authority, that was many years after 9/11, and we heard rumors and stories about all of the changes that had to have been made because of 9/11, and perhaps the editors didn't perhaps appreciate some storylines or detail happening to the characters in the books. And how would you react to that? How would you work within an editor's confines?
Well, I did one Authority storyline. I think it was like 4 issues.
Yeah, 22 through 26.
I don't remember it having any overlap with 9/11. I did a Punisher fill-in that was maybe 4 issues, that I was in the middle of writing it, and then 9/11 happened. And this story was all about really funny violence happening on the streets of New York. And and then 9/11 happened. It's like, how do I finish this? Nobody wants. I don't want to write it. Nobody wants to read it. And after just sort of like agonizing for a couple of weeks and stuff, when I finished it, it was just. I just made the violence a lot less realistic and a lot sillier for the rest of the story, and hope that did it.
When in doubt, go Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, really. It was the only thing to do because everybody just felt awful.
What do we write? What's the next joke we can tell? And if it's comics, we do this thing where we entertain other people. How do we entertain people after 9/11?
Yeah, I know.
So now we have another question from Jeff Schultz. What issue number 1 would you like to totally revamp, start from scratch on?
Oh boy, that's an interesting question. And you know, it's kind of a thing that people do at a certain stage of their careers. They get to do that stuff. Hello, Jeff. And it's not something I think about because I never thought my career was that great. I never really thought about it.
Well, then we have Mr. Gretzky, and we know that Our Man was a 25-issue series, and you can't keep a series going 25 issues unless people at least like it for the first 4, 5, 10, 15.
Yeah, no, it was good. I'm not saying my work is bad. I'm just saying I don't feel like I had the kind of career that they hand like Superman to and say, "Oh, do this again," you know, from number 1. And that's okay. I have no bad feeling about that. But well, it'd be fun to do Superman. If I would do Superman from number 1, I would just start it again from 1938. Do exactly what Siegel and Schuster were doing, and then let it evolve again over 70 years. So
Free flying Superman?
Obviously, you just wouldn't. Yeah, I would do that, and you wouldn't want me to have Superman because who would buy that?
I would buy the hell out of that book, Tom.
Everything's trying to go into the future. I want it to go into the past.
I want him to just. I think he should have spent longer beating up slumlords.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Original social justice warrior right there. Superman.
Absolutely. We could have used another 10 years of that.
Hell yeah. Beating up wife beaters and slumlords every day.
Yeah.
Every day of the week.
Picking up war profiteers and dropping them in the middle of the war.
Oh yeah. Superman was one heck of a guy back then. I mean, not that he's not now, but boy, was he a different fella back in that period.
Yeah, I love
Really
that.
certain, just prior to this image right here, that he just dropped a war profiteer into the Pacific.
Yeah. Yeah. So, again, you've definitely you've been around the block. You've worked with a lot of creators. Can I ask you, is there any creator that you haven't had the opportunity to work with yet that you would absolutely love to?
Boy, that's a good question. I always want to write a story for Steve Pugh, who's a wonderful artist. He did a job for us, Billionaire Island.
Yeah.
Which is, to call that a job is an understatement. It's a beautiful thing.
Gorgeous.
When I was an assistant editor at DC, working for Karen Berger, and that's when I worked on Sandman. I was an assistant on that. But Steve did a couple of Hellblazer stories for us, and the originals were magnificent because he had this the inking style wasn't crude, but it was beautiful in its lack of desire to be pretty. And he would just pile the ink on, but then he would take white paint and pile that on, and it was almost like you could just feel the art because the ink and the paint were piled so high.
Yeah.
So impressed by that. But I always wanted to write a story for him, but it never quite happened. Another one of my favorites from back then was Sean Phillips, who is having a great career.
Yeah.
But I did get to do one story with him. It was like the Legion 1 Million. The Legion 1 Million.
Oh yeah.
But
really?
I just revere his work.
Now, I got another one here. I see that you worked on House of M. Now that we have WandaVision in the form that it is today, is there anything that have you watched it, and have you taken away anything from it?
Oh, I loved WandaVision. The first two I was a little worried because I have kind of I don't like things that create suspense and mystery just by withholding what they're trying to do. And they were kind of doing that. But by the third episode, I was really hooked. I really liked it a lot, and I saw it all the way through. I was a flea on the back of House of M. It was all figured out. I was a barnacle. I was a barnacle on that ship, believe me. But I liked House of M a lot, and it was great to be there. But I don't deserve any credit for it whatsoever.
The humility that Tom is showing during this interview, I just want to say, not something we normally see. Most comic creators are like, "Yep, that was all me. I did all of it. Without me, you would never." I
didn't work on it. I created the damn thing.
Right.
Never believe those people.
Perry White, Lois Lane, all me.
So, can I ask you how Ahoy came about? I mean, where did it start? How did the publisher begin?
Well, we live in Syracuse, New York. I'd been living away for a while, and I came back, and I have these two friends, Frank Camuso, who's a wonderful cartoonist. He was an editorial cartoonist for the paper here, and then he became a graphic novelist for children, terrifically. And Hart Seeley, who worked for the same paper, he's a retired journalist, and when he retired, and right around that time, Donald Trump was elected. And we just all had this sense that we needed something else huge to think about if we were going to get through this. And so Hart had the idea, let's just start he loves me and Frank are totally wild into comics. Hart isn't. But he said, let's start a comic book company. And Hart's getting more into comics. I mean, he was way into comics as a kid, but he recognized it as a thing that Frank and I just dragged through an entire adulthood. So he said, let's start a comic book company. And he found some money. And it was really just a way for the three of us to work closely together again. And because we've known each other since the 80s. And we've been very good friends.
Yeah.
So,
that might actually be the nicest story I've ever heard about the founding of a comic company right there. I'm not even...
well, I'll make it even a little nicer. The Hart, when he was in college, started having a party every year around the holidays called the Ahoy Party. And he kept it going like through his entire adult life. And when we were all younger, you know, in our 20s and 30s and stuff, it was a huge party. It was like 300 people in this house. And, it was wonderful and fun. And he called it the Ahoy Party because it was a year-end party. And we would have a poll to anoint the asshole of the year. And that's what Ahoy stands for. AHOY, asshole of the year. And it was always famous people. Like, if we had a Republican president, they were probably going to win. But I actually, I mean, Hart was doing it for so long before I met him. I think the first winner was Nixon. But
really?
Yeah.
Accurate though.
Yeah, I think it was Nixon's last year of eligibility. But that's what OA does stand for. It's asshole. And we were like sitting around thinking of names for this company. I think Frank suggested Fancy Comics, which I loved because it's so stupid. Fancy Comics. And then I think it was Frank again that said Ahoy, and we were like, of course, and we never talked about it again. It had to be Ahoy Comics because the three of us, it was a big part of our friendship. Frank and I would do the invitations and the ballots. Art would throw the party. So
that's great.
That's awesome.
That is a fantastic story.
How about an origin story?
That was an origin.
Tradition that goes on that long. It's almost as though your entire life, and we've lost Lady Fantastic. It's almost as though your life has been building just to that moment.
Just to that moment.
Yeah.
Or this one.
Well, absolutely.
Moment like this.
You know, I actually saw, I don't know if it was you or if it was the main Ahoy account that posted that very question earlier in the week. What do you know what Ahoy stands for?
Yeah, we've teased it a bit. I think in it was one of the letter columns where we revealed it. I think it was in #Danger.
Okay.
We had a thing for a while where we asked some people to guess it. And if they got one word of it right, we would like print their entry. So the person who guessed of got their entry printed.
Right. Huh.
Did anybody want to guess it?
Always. I'm sorry?
Was there anybody that wound up guessing asshole just because they were throwing around ad nauseum kind of comments?
No, the assholes of the year always had to be big, famous, important people. We weren't shooting down or punching down. And we tell people you can't vote for your boss.
2016 through 2020 should have been pretty easy.
Well, we would those were every year we would try to pick the second runner up. That was the goal was.
That would have been tough.
Yeah.
So, I've read, pretty much everything that Ahoy's put out. Really, I haven't found a bad comic from you guys yet. And for those of you out there who don't know, when you buy an Ahoy comic, you're not just getting a comic book story. You're getting a good one. You're getting a great comic book story. Wrong Earth, definitely one of my favorites. Captain Ginger, Cats in Space. I think I definitely talked about that before. Cats in Space.
I got
Planet. Was it Planet of the Nerds or Planet Nerds? Planet of the Nerds, right?
Of the Nerds.
Planet of the Nerds. All of them were just great. The launch titles were fantastic. But when you get an Ahoy comic, you're not just getting a comic. You're also getting, in some instances, recipes, prose stories, some poetry.
We've had a couple jigsaw puzzles. Not jigsaw, crossword puzzles.
Crossword puzzles.
It's been a long day. Yeah.
is that reflective of Hart and Frank's journalistic background, or
No, we
how
just
did
wanted
that come
to.
about?
We just wanted to mix it up. Really. You mean the prose story? Usually, it's a short fiction prose story or humor piece or something. And the reason for that was, you've all seen old comics, like old comics before letter pages. They would always have these short stories in them, like, Captain Laser fights the octopus. And it would be some cowboy thing, and they would pay writers as little as possible to write as fast as possible. Yeah. And they're all really short, and I've never been able to finish reading one ever in my whole life. But so we looked at those, and we just thought, what if they were good? So we started to approach some good writers about writing good stories and sticking them in the back. The reason they would do this in the old comic books is they needed prose pages in order to qualify for cheap postal rates for subscribers. And they should have probably figured out letter pages earlier, but they didn't. But there was this prejudice against comics. If every page was comics, no, that's not a magazine. You have to pay full price.
Right. Well, also related to one of the reasons that you'd have some of these comic titles, it would be strange tales of suspense, and it would start up again, and it would be like Blue Beetle, the very next issue, or they would change the title. Yeah,
they had to pay $100 to start a new comic.
Right, for shipping, right?
Right. So they had to pay the post office, I think, $100 to start a new comic.
Right.
Kind of makes sense that EC Comics would switch over all their titles into horror and just not start with a number 1. We're just starting with number 23.
Right. And also there was a feeling that distributors wouldn't, and retailers would think that a number 1 was a comic that was unproven, so they would be less likely to carry it.
It's like 23 issues. They've made it this far. Okay, we can carry that. Issue 1. Get that garbage out of here.
But the publisher would save money just by, all right, we'll change Werewolf Comics to Where is Mary Comics,
Right.
Whatever, something that sounds like it.
And then Mary Romance, and then just romance. And then all of a sudden, Horror Comics number 58. Wait, what?
Horror Romance.
Reading a horror romance comic. What happened?
Yeah, you used to see that quite a bit with like Charlton, old Charlton comics. You pick up the Silver Age stuff, and the first issue starts at 56. Mm-hmm. I think Blue Beetle, which is weird. It's like 1956. Blue Beetle Volume 6 came out, and it started. I think it's an issue, like I said, 56, and ran like 6 or 8 issues, and then went away.
Blue Beetle is at several publishers too.
Right.
And I don't know if you guys ever watched DC Legends of Tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
But I heard that the reason
on my list.
The reason the Atom was on it, portrayed the way he was in the futuristic armor and stuff, was that he was written as Blue Beetle, but the lawyers couldn't find a chain of ownership going back to the original publication of Blue Beetle. So they couldn't use him. So they just called him the Atom.
I have heard that.
I could only imagine how terrible that could have been if they decided to go, well, if the person can't find the original certificate of ownership, let's just go ahead and roll with Blue Beetle. And it would probably look like one of these foreclosure hearings I see in the morning when the attorneys for the bank are like, oh, we're going to take a house, only for this little lady to show up and go, well, I have this original note right here. And then you just see the 2 lawyers confer going, would look like that. If
that's what they're afraid of.
Forward.
That I have heard that rumor before, and that's absolutely heartbreaking to me because a blue and gold show would.
Yes.
I've wanted a blue and gold show since Giffen and DeMatteis were working on Justice League.
All you need is a different legal department, which they probably have by now with AT&T.
That would be the best comedy show on television.
Could be Adam and Gold.
Hire Michelle Beef that does Copra, and he pretty much just rolls with the Suicide Squad, just calls them different characters.
Yeah. You can
There's ways to do it. There
there are ways to do it. You could get your blue and gold.
Loophole, baby.
The blue bottle. Who knows?
So, Ahoy's definitely taking some rolled the dice and taking some risks with some titles. Mark Russell and Richard Pace were working on Second Coming. What was that? 2 years ago. And was supposed to come out as a Vertigo title, as part of the Vertigo relaunch, if I remember correctly.
Right.
But then, had a letter with like 1 million names signed on it saying, "Don't you dare print this horrible book."
Yeah, I don't think it was the petition.
Okay.
I think, from what I understand, and I wasn't there, so take it with a grain of salt, but from what I understand, both sides very amicably decided, if we publish this, we're always going to be asking you to change things, and you're never going to want to change them. And maybe we should just call it a day. And I got to say, DC were so cooperative and so helpful when we ended up getting it. We were lucky to get it. We were dying to get this book.
Yeah.
And once we did, they sent us material. They sent us, they were just helpful in every way they could be. It was the nicest split up you could ever imagine. And of course, Mark kept working for them and doing great things.
Right. Well, I mean, Mark's had two titles? Technically, I guess 3 with Only Begotten Son. He did Billionaire Island as well. And the 2 Second Comings.
Yeah.
What's that? Who did Edward? Was it Edgar Allan Poe's Snifter of Terror?
That's our anthology series. A lot of people worked on that.
I liked it.
I'm glad. And currently, we're just about to see the last issue of the 3rd series, which is called Edgar Allan Poe's Snifter of Blood. And we've tried to make
different than Terror.
Completely different. It's a whole other Snifter, really. Because
indeed.
We did Edgar Allan Poe's Season of Terror Season 2, and then I thought, or we all thought, why would you put Season 2 on an anthology book? Because people will think they missed something, and they've missed nothing. They can read all the stories in any order. So what we decided to do is we'll just start. If we keep going, we'll just keep changing the contents of the Snifter.
Yeah.
I want to do Edgar Allan Poe's Snifter of Love.
Would you do a love anthology? Would you
Edgar Allan Poe, I would in a minute. But yeah, I think we would.
Yeah.
Science fiction love.
A little bit different.
Listed here.
Go ahead, Rob. No, go ahead.
I was going to say, I have listed here, and correct me if I'm wrong, that Edgar Allan Poe's Snifter of Blood issue 6 is out on March 31st, and Wrong Earth Night and Day issue 4 is out on April the 21st.
Sounds right to me.
So, Rob, I'm sensing a very strong correlation between you clicking on something and showing it.
No more clicking.
And me going off of the screen.
Sorry, people out there, I cannot show your comments. We want to keep Lady around instead of having her drop out all the time.
I won't lie. That all that is the macro that I sent Rob is working right. That's all I'm saying. It's every time he clicks, it dumps. So, so right now, you had said we have Sister of Blood, we have Wrong Earth Day and Night, Penultimate. Is that still running? Do we have
Penultimate wound up? We're getting the trade paperback ready. That should be coming out fairly soon.
And,
I'm not good with dates. I should be.
What other titles do we have coming out from Hoy right now?
We have Second Coming and the Wrong Earth, and we just finished Penultimate. We're about to finish Poe, and and Happy Hour. is running.
Happy Hour.
Happy Hour is about to conclude next month.
And you guys have seen me show Happy Hour in the past, just to give everybody a little taste. Happy Hour is a world where happiness is mandated. And if you're not happy, they send you someplace where they will make you happy, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, happiness re-education.
Smile.
Yes.
Peter Milligan, he's wonderful.
So basically, what they're doing to the Uyghurs in China.
Basically, very similar.
So fucked up, dude.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Sorry, didn't mean to lighten the mood.
That's okay. It's important.
It is important. Yeah. There's basically a genocide going on in China, you guys. They're like killing all of these like Chinese Muslims, and it's lame, but go on with your story.
Yep.
Yes, Ray.
And why are they doing that? Because the government said we don't like this and we can do it. And what are you going to do to stop
because it's a religion. Communist has no religion. It has the state. And they're trying to re-educate them and say, no, you're Chinese. They'll like steal them from their families and force them to like be Chinese and like give them a whole new like husband and all this shit. Yeah. Anyways, next that plots for the next story.
Can we maybe ask you? And obviously you can't tell us, but I'm certainly hoping there's plans for more books from Ahoy. Do you have the next round of books planned out right now?
We do, and if I tell you what they are now, they will shoot me without even a thought. They won't even.
We need you safe.
Yeah. You need me safe.
Yeah, can't have that. Can't have that happen.
And the thing is, they won't even have any remorse.
So can you tell us how many titles there'll be?
It's going to be a little more staggered, but there'll be stuff coming out for quite a while.
All right.
Over, instead of 5, we just did a thing where we're doing 5 in a month, and we're going to be a little more leisurely on the next one.
Okay.
But there will be a consistent flow of material, and some of it, all of it, you will love.
All right. I
think we're looking forward to. And maybe just one last question: is there any comic books that are coming out right now that you're looking forward to reading?
Oh, that I like to read? That's a great question, because what I do is I just I work on comic books. Sometimes I work long hours on comic books, but sometimes all I want to do is watch C-SPAN when I'm done, because it's the opposite of a comic book.
At least you're on
too.
C-SPAN. I used to have
Tom, I swear to God, I love you now, because C-SPAN is my reality TV.
I love it. Actually, I have streaming TV now, and I can't get C-SPAN on my TV set because of things.
Bless your heart.
Online. But I used to.
Thoughts and prayers.
Pardon?
I said, bless your heart, thoughts and prayers.
Yeah. I used to have a dog I loved a great deal. And when I would leave the house, I would want her to feel like she had some company. And the only TV station I could leave on was C-SPAN, because they were not going to have explosions. They were not going to have like loud commercials. And my dog became quite a civics junkie.
I can see that.
So basically, you're telling us,
Miracle Man. I always just liked watching C-SPAN way back in the day, back in like the Bush era, just because, hey, there's John Boehner. I could separate him because he kind of just blends in with the orange background.
Mm-hmm. But I don't want to say I don't love comic books. I like the Immortal Hulk. I like Mystery in Space, or Strange Adventures. That's what they're called.
Strange Adventures.
I'm always ready to sit down and read a book about how sad it is to be Batman. Fortunately for me, there's like 40 a month of those.
Another 60 coming out soon in the next 2 months.
Don't know if you know this, but his mom's name is Martha. I don't know if you.
What?
Yeah. Big reveal. Full spoiler.
I can't kill him if his mom's name is Martha.
Dun, dun, dun.
I heard somebody say Martha the other day, and I just turned around and screamed at him, "Why did you say that name?"
Please don't get that movie up. I hate. Oh my gosh.
One last thing I want to say. I've seen these pictures. You post these pictures up, very regularly on your Twitter feed. And it's pictures I'm guessing of your office where you're putting the each book as it comes out, you're putting it on the wall.
Oh, that was my old office.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my pre-pandemic office. I had the cover wall, which was kind of when I used to work at DC Comics, we used to gather around the cover wall. I always loved the cover wall. So I made one in my old office. Every time we came up with an Ahoy comic, I would put it up on the wall. And I almost filled the wall, but then the pandemic happened, and I moved and threw out all the covers. Now I'm in a new place in my home, in the basement of my home, and I do not have a cover wall.
Oh, you just broke my heart.
I do have something I've always wanted, and I was lucky to find, which is a paint by numbers Last Supper. I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That is very cool. And if you look behind me, you'll see like an Adam West Batman cowl. And
I noticed that when you.
And you'll see the Ahoy Comics life preserver there.
Love that.
And you can't see that big piece of art, but it's a Richard Case Doom Patrol original.
Missing Doom Patrol.
Is that the cover? When
no, it's it was our retail poster. When I left the company, they gave me the original art to the retail poster.
Nice. That is
awesome. Maybe I can show it to you.
Oh, that would be. I am a very big Doom Patrol fan.
Me too. I'll ask permission. Is it okay to blow Tom up?
Yeah, I mean, lady, if we got to lose you, will you come back? Because
yes.
Tom, don't break anything.
I'm not going to show it to you. Sorry.
That's okay.
There's the Bottle City of Candor. Wait, where do I move my head? Bottle City.
It's cemented down.
So we saw it when you came walking back. Rob had blown you up. It looks great. I know that poster. I've seen it. And I was a huge Doom Patrol fan. I like, people perhaps today don't speak as kindly of the Kupperberg into Kupperberg and Larson run into Grant Morrison. But I mean, I think I'm currently 8 books away from owning every appearance of the Doom Patrol.
That's great. That's great. Paul's run gave us Dorothy Spinner, right?
Yep, sure did.
And, Josh, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we got some important stuff out of there.
Yeah. Kupperberg he in the Showcase Presents, he introduced the new Doom Patrol with that, disco era Cliff Steele. And gave us Celsius and Tempest and Negative Woman and all those great characters that survived for quite a long time in a group that basically got killed off left and right. Certainly more than any other super team. But sorry, I'm monopolizing. We've had you here for about 45 minutes here. Rob, did you have any more questions you wanted to ask before I keep fanboying?
No. I know that 44 minutes is a long time for a creator that pretty much runs an entire company along with writing and then appearing on our show. Mr. Peyer, thank you so very much for coming on this show. You get the last word, sir.
Well, it's been a pleasure. You guys are great. Really fun talking to you. And I want to say hi to Jeff Schultz here. He's given us a lot of really cool messages.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and you know what? He literally just wrote, "Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Love from Chicago." So hopefully Jeff caught that before he left.
He did, yeah.
He's our guest tomorrow.
Honestly, it would be so much funnier if he didn't catch it.
We'll have to get him on the playback. Make sure he knows.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeff, you missed it last week. Tom Peyer said he wants to meet you. He's flying out. Oh, you weren't there. Oh, you should have watched the rest.
Well, Tom, thank you so much for joining us. I was telling you a little bit backstage. I'm a very big fan. I've been collecting your work for years. I will always be a huge advocate for anything you're working on and for Ahoy. You guys are putting out great comics. In a time when I've said this before, we're really in a second golden age of comics. There's so much great stuff coming out. But book after book, Ahoy is just a cut above the rest. And I wish you and the entire group, everybody who works with the team there, nothing but success.
I will pass that along.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you
Filling
so
those
much.
snifters with magic.
Not cocaine, unless
Sweet. All right. Well, thanks everybody. I will
Thank
see
you, sir.
Yeah.
Let's do this again sometime.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Again,
Thanks, Tom.
Edgar Allan Poe's Snifter of Blood, issue 6, out March the 31st, and The Wrong Earth, Night and Day, issue number 4, out April 21st.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tom.
Have
Have a
a
great
Tom.
afternoon.
Take care.
Did I just say have a great afternoon?
You did, but it's
Wow.
okay. It's okay.
Yeah, you can tell I'm a little bit nerdy.
Well, I said good night. So I got the back.
It was
No,
Tom
I plan
freaking
on
Peyer,
keeping
man.
coherent.
Oh, that was so cool. That was so cool. Total fanboy moment.
Yeah,
Sorry.
get it all out. Get it all
I
out.
am.
He's still moaning. He's like, oh.
Ace was so they just sat there and let me be a nerd. And thank you so much, Ace. Lady made fun of me, but Ace didn't make fun of me, and I appreciate it.
I'm in a lot of pain and very depressed, so I didn't say anything.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Are you
that's not a
though?
joke.
Are you though?
Actually, I had a really good week, so I can't be depressed.
I think we should give Ace the opportunity to say why they had a good week.
Oh, okay.
What
First of all,
Ooh.
Helen Mirren's gonna be in the new Shazam movie, and I love that for me. She's
That's
gonna be a
awesome.
villain, and we all know 1,000 times sexier when they're like villains.
I would have never seen that movie, but now that Helen Mirren's in it, I will
Have to.
fucking see it.
But
Heck yeah.
yeah. Second, hold on, can I share the screen?
Absolutely.
Share it.
Do it.
Hold on, let me find it.
Everybody, just so you know, this might be the coolest thing that's ever happened to anybody on
anyone.
the show.
Ever.
Maybe in the
Ever.
history of humans. Maybe.
Yeah.
Humanity.
Hold on. I'm getting it. Okay.
We assure you it's coming, ladies and gentlemen.
It's almost here.
We'll turn this car right around. No, it's coming. Ooh, Black Panther.
Okay.
There's some stories, everybody.
Drum roll, baby.
All right,
We
here
have-
we go.
We have this picture of Gail Simone that I drew.
Ooh.
Beautiful. Amazing. I'm so talented, right? I know.
Fiery red.
Well, it's an
I love
app,
it.
right? I mean,
Okay.
Do
Now,
not diminish their
hold on.
achievements.
hold on. So we all see that picture, right?
Oh, yeah.
it.
Now, let's go to Gail Simone's page. No, where'd it go?
Tacoma
Is it
knows.
working? Is it working?
Oh,
There it
There
is.
it
Okay.
is.
There it is.
no way.
The
Going crazy on Twitter.
one of our greatest current creators in comics is currently sporting an Ace original as their avatar.
Original.
And I have made some god tier art lately, and I'm gonna be so proud of myself and brag about it because I don't care.
Do it.
I'm proud of me.
No, but you do care though, and we're proud of you too.
Absolutely. We're so proud of you.
I mean,
So
fucking
what's
awesome,
going on with
dude.
the artwork? How's that artwork? What's going on?
Okay, hold on. Let me open up some of my little thingy McBoobers.
I like opening thingy McGoogers.
Me too.
I'm more of a thingamabob.
Especially in the dark.
Yep, I hear you.
So,
They have to go boring too.
Right after I've had a bath.
Bath. I haven't done a bath. I swear to God, in 15 years, I haven't had a bath.
No way. You never had that like soaking Epsom salt?
No. You know, last time
a lot more.
the last time I had a bath, it wasn't
Look at
for
that.
cleaning. Oh,
Elizabeth.
Okay.
Elizabeth Taylor.
Oh.
Amazing.
beautiful.
Oh, that's awesome.
Helen Mirren
Oh,
in
She
Prime
looks great.
Suspect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Helen fucking Mirren, ladies and gentlemen. Helen fucking Mirren.
Another Elizabeth Taylor.
Circa
That
67.
hair.
And then probably the best thing I've done so far, Viola Davis.
Ooh,
Yes.
very cool. Right, Planet Arizona? Why you sit? You're basically sitting in a U soup.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? I don't get it. It's not my thing. I mean, for people who like it, that's cool.
Yeah. Why are you
So what
sitting
you
in the
do-
water?
Take a shower first, and then you get in a bath to relax.
Okay.
I like the
And I
Epsom
would do-
salts, like the not just the bubble bath. There's like the little bath balls that have like minerals and good for your body.
I can do
to
that.
The bombs. The bath bombs,
Yeah,
bro.
thank you, bath bomb. My mom put me on that. Like, and I like things that smell
Shit's
good
on
too.
point.
So it just
Do
works.
I need a personal massager in order to take a bath properly?
You mean
Yeah.
like
I
a-
use
I
one.
mean, if you,
Well-
it's a bonus.
I'm with you, homie. I'm with you on that
Don't
one.
drop it in the tub.
No.
Well, you get a waterproof one. Like, come on.
You don't want to
What am I-
electrocute yourself.
What am I, a goddamn casual over here? If I'm gonna get a personal massager, it's gonna be waterproof.
Okay.
I'm gonna take that fucker everywhere.
I didn't know if you were an old fashioned gal and had a plug in.
No, come on now. What am I?
Of that,
I thought
My-
you meant like someone actually masseusing you. So-
my
Sorry.
Hitachi stopped working. Everybody, I'm having a meltdown.
Are they
have
gonna cover it?
They have not answered me back yet. I've had it less than 2 months, and it just stopped.
All right, listen, everybody. Here's your homework assignment. I need everybody to write emails to Hitachi and let them know that our homie Ace needs their Hitachi wand fixed. All right.
ASAP.
Yes, this show is about comic books, but you know, if we're not a community that helps each other, then what the hell good are we, people?
Exactly. They needed it done 2 weeks ago.
I will be emailing them as soon as we are done with the show, just so you know.
Be it for approximately 2 to 5 more days if I'm lucky. Might be longer. We have that fast until I need one.
Right. So there you go. There you go.
Also,
Did you
thank
buy
you for
it
all
on
the
Amazon?
kind. No, I bought it from their website. Also, thank you for all the
Okay.
kind people in the chat.
Yes, everybody
Great.
has been is very
People love your
impressed.
art, dude.
They love it. They think it's great.
Thank you.
And
it
Ace
is.
has gotten commissions. She is booked. But
They.
take a look at Twitter.
They.
And God damn it, what did I say? They look at their website or not website, Twitter. Look at their Twitter, and you can see some commissions. Or perhaps, if it's not booked, too far in the future.
I
Yeah.
am taking
Fantastic news.
submissions.
Fantastic news. Now, not to take away from this, but hey, you all want to show some comics?
I
Really
think.
bad.
I have more than everybody in here.
Really?
I have.
Oh,
I have
yeah.
the list, probably.
I don't know.
I
I got a
have.
bunch this week.
I'm telling you, nobody has more than me this week.
Let's see them.
I have 3 things. Can any of y'all top that? I don't think so. First, do y'all know what this is?
No.
Yeah.
Heroes.
Yeah. I think.
It's
think so.
Neuropsyche.
Very
Of
nice.
course, I got a 6 cover, and I have the final cover on the way.
Very nice.
A signed Kim and Kim.
Ooh. Mags
And-
autographed. Look at that.
The second one, it was only like $15 for both of them.
Not sweet.
That's a steal.
That's all I got today.
That's a steal. That's a steal.
That was one of the fastest show-offs. Who wants to go
Right?
next?
That was quick. I'll go next.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to go quick because, I got a lot to show. First of all, I know I've shown this off before, but the reason this book was up here, because, normally you get the Miracle Man wall. The reason this book is up here is because this is the free comic book day of Ahoy Comics Dragonfly and Dragonfly Man, and mine was personally autographed by Mr. Tom Peyer himself.
Yeah, awesome.
That's Tom
Hot
Peyer himself.
damn.
I was so excited. I hope I wasn't too much of a nerd, everybody, but if I was, it's okay.
Oh,
because
you
I
really, really were. It was hilarious.
am. It's okay.
We are a YouTube show about comic books. If you
Right.
didn't, I'd be worried.
Right. All right. Let's start with the new stuff, right? Okay.
Yep.
Here we got Action Comics 1029. Not a big fan of this art style, I'm not going to lie, but Midnighter is the backup.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Okay. Got to get that. Maestro Warren Pax number 3. I've been enjoying it. The first one was good. This one's been good. Taskmaster final issue.
That's been really good.
Really, really good. I know this one didn't come out this week, but I saw it on the shelf and I was like, I love that one. So there's Iron Man 7 with that variant cover. Here we have another AWA book, Year Zero, Volume 2, Issue 5. That's the end of Volume 2. There's another volume coming. They got it all set up. I missed it last week, but here we got Ultra Mega, number 1.
Oh, and Solicits for FOC has issue 2, so there's one more issue.
Yeah.
And it's
Maniac.
gonna be just as big.
Maniac in New York, number 2. Again, I don't think that one came out today, but I just got it. Luna, number 2.
Oh, that's the variant that I wanted.
Ah, love it.
And I had the Milo Manara cover, but I had to get the other one. So there's Carmen number 1, cover A. There's that Teen Titans Academy. Now listen, I'm going to tell you, there is one super cool thing in this book, and that Jakeem Thunder is a member of the Teen Titans Academy. It's okay. Here's the thing. I don't dislike the dialogue. Unfortunately, I don't really think teenagers speak this way. It is very much so, the rag doll character refers to themselves as a non-binary rag effigy, and like corrects somebody to that. And, I think it was good to have seen that. That sucks, whack. And I think it was good to see that, but it was kind of a little over the top. And I didn't think the dialogue really fit the situation, but I'd rather see them making the effort to do these things, and maybe get a little ham-handed, a little ham-fisted with the dialogue, than to not do it. So no negatives. It's a good book, but here's the only negative. Nope. Never mind. I'm wrong. Hold on. Okay, forget what I said there. No negatives. Batman versus Superman, or Batman and Superman.
It said that it's just like y'all correcting me for they and their and them, because that's the proper way. Because the Jewish people call what I am is a schmuck.
Accurate. So next up we have Stray Dogs number 2. So
is it a good series or?
Yes, you have to read that.
It's a Don Bluth.
I'll definitely pick it up.
It's a crossover between a Don Bluth animated film and a Stephen King novel. Maybe not Stephen King, but close. That's about as close as you can get. Now listen, I know Lady Fantastic got this book, so we're twinning right now. But if you saw this book and didn't pick it up, I gotta ask you: do you even love comics, bro? Die number 14.
Ding ding ding.
This
Had I known that existed, I would have gotten that today.
This is number 44 himself, Barack Hussein Obama, with Hope and Change as his boxing gloves, and he's about to kick the shit out of some aliens. Okay.
Can't wait to see Barack Hussein Obama fuck up some aliens.
Now listen, YouTube. This is art. This is a
Yes,
comic book. This is not a real person that I'm about to show you. Okay. But I got the Zombie Tramp nude variant cover.
I want that. Give me.
I'm not a big Zombie Tramp person, but I saw this
I
cover.
am.
I loved it. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's art. Now, from Second Sight Publishing, this is brand new. Okay, this is Second Sight Publishing starting their superhero universe with Lady Freedom #1. Okay, brand new superhero universe. They've already got 2 or 3 other books solicited. I highly recommend if you like superhero comics. This is superhero comics being done by one of the real small press publishers, which means anything goes. Okay, any of these characters could die. I haven't read this one yet. I flipped through it. Really good. And last but not least of my new books, and I hope you got this one, Comics on the Mind. Alien #1.
I got the A cover.
Oh, you didn't get the Scotty Young?
I have one for you.
No, it's a Gorilla Todd's plans on picking it up for me.
Oh,
that's why I didn't grab it.
All right, now that's the end of the new books. But guys, we're gonna call it a banger of a week. Oh no, picking up some back issues.
Well, first let's see.
So we're just gonna flip through them fast, and I'm gonna keep the pontification to a minimum. So first up. Everybody here knows I like me a little Savage Dragon, and not only are the individual issues tough, but even the trades are tough to find. And here's Savage Dragon trade #9. Those are even commanding a pretty high price in the secondary market. He hasn't done any reprints on some of these in decades. Some of them are real tough to come by. Local eBay auction.
Is anybody else getting an echo?
I'm hearing it.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm hearing
it.
Is it me? I don't hear echo.
Echo. Okay, it's better. So here we have Shazam #2 from the original DC run, that photo cover. That book there was like $3. Here we have Shazam #10. Again, DC run. These are pretty tough to come by, and I'll tell you what. As we get closer to the Black Adam movie, I think we're going to see Shazam books get a run again. Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes #204. Fantastic little series. Cave Woman, a wizard, a sorceress, and Miriam. And I'll tell you what, this is one of those. So Cave Woman routinely has nudity, depending on the artist that's working on it. This is the artist that likes it when the female characters are always naked. So literally the entire book is naked women.
Damn it.
Next up, we have G.I. Joe #1 from the Image run. And just look at that cover. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, Devil's Due Publishing split off from Image, and they had the G.I. Joe license for a while. So they did a bunch of series. Here we have almost all of their 12-part World War III series. This is a wrap cover with every Joe ever. Oh, did you get it, Shattered? That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm guessing it's $225. So this is a wrap cover. It's got every Joe ever. I didn't take it out of the bag, but this is from America's Elite, which was one of the side series. The DDP run of G.I. Joe absolutely did not mind killing off Joes and Cobras. DDP in the original G.I. Joe run, I saw Viper, which is, he had the big ass machine gun and dressed in purple. A Saw Viper once murdered like a dozen G.I. Joes. And in the DDP run, they brought that Saw Viper back and made him like a big time character. So there's lots of killing in this series, lots of Joes that die, lots of Cobras that die. And that's the final issue of that run. And I'll tell you what, if you see anything with DDP on it, it's tough to find. Pick it up. Especially if they're inexpensive books. Definitely worth getting. Well done books. And then here's a little guilty pleasure. Little guilty pleasure. And then a little guilty pleasure here is I love this publisher, Greater Mercury and Silver Wolf. They're all black and white comics. The owner, Christopher Silver, what I've heard was recruiting like teenagers in high school and then stiffing them, and because they were teenagers in high school, there's not much they could do.
That's shitty.
But Ron Lim and Tim Vigil were two of those teenagers.
And they beat him up with the bat, didn't they?
Not that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of. But so first there was Silver Wolf, and Silver Wolf went bankrupt, and Christopher Silver, all he did was just take everything and start it right back up again as Greater Mercury Comics. And here we have Grips, which was a Tim Vigil designed character. These are actually Greater Mercury Comics Action. It bridges the gap between the Silver Wolf and the Greater Mercury line of books. And, you know, if you look here, if you're familiar with Faust, you'll realize, you know, Tim Vigil really liked those hand spike thingies. Because he puts it on like every character he designs.
Yeah.
But these covers are really weird. They're very unique. You know, you'd have this letterbox all the way around it. And then all of a sudden they changed and they were full bleed covers. There's the Greater Mercury Grips line. And I'll tell you, you know, one of the coolest superhero team-up books you'll ever see in your entire life. I guarantee you've never heard of it. It's called Legion X. And the reason that it's like one of the coolest you'll ever see is because it's two different groups of superheroes, just these weird superheroes. And in the very first issue, what happens is they put out a call for superheroes, and like 30 superheroes show up. And they make them compete. This is Silver Wolf.
Oh, never heard of them.
And then it went to Greater Mercury when Silver Wolf went bankrupt. And you can see, listen, a lot of their art, it's you know, it's not amateur, but it's certainly not what you'd find on a big 2 book. Okay. For a lot of the cover art, you know, once they lost Tim Vigil and Ron Lim, you know, creators were not top tier creators. You know, not that they're bad. They just weren't cream of the crop. But Legion X, they had these 30 superheroes show up, and they made them compete against each other to join the team, and 15 got on the team, and the other 15 that didn't get on the team became Legion X2, and they would routinely beat the crap out of each other. Okay? So it was 2 teams of superheroes that were just like, oh yeah, fuck you. You know, we had our friends Tim Pool and DB Andrew here last week, and I went out and I got myself the rest of the plot that I needed. Here's the black and white of number 1.
I have mine's ordered on eBay.
There's number 3, there's number 4, and there's number 7. I was having trouble finding Resonant, though. I'm gonna have to track that down yet.
Same here. That's why I have to go to eBay.
Yeah, tough time.
My shop only has a couple of them.
And then I got the 3rd issue of that Hot Valley Days and Cocaine Nights. Still can't find that first one. Anybody out there finds that first one, please let me know. I
have a first one.
The first issue?
Oh,
you're fibbing.
I'll have to double check.
If you do, I'd be willing to do some trading with you, or some purchasing if you'd rather. I very much like it.
Whoa, booties.
Here we have. It's a good book. Here we have Space Riders.
Oh, that's cool, man.
That's a cool one right there. And I picked up a big old pile of Jim Balance. Yeah, yep. Grips was on Silver Wolf, and I think Tim Vigil did like the first 4 issues or 3 issues or something. Then I went to a different artist who is actually on Twitter and once messaged me telling me he had books to sell, some of those original Grips books to sell, and I messaged him back and he never came back to me.
Oh.
So
bless your heart.
But here we got a whole bunch of tarot books from Jim Ballant and Holly Golightly.
What number issue numbers?
Well, let's see here. 81. I think this is 90. Nope, that's 82.
82.
That's 90. Here we have 102. And I don't know if you guys can tell by looking at the covers, but he likes beautiful women, beautiful, very svelte women, buxom, and he draws them well.
He has a body type. He has a body type. Last couple of books here, I'm going to show you 3 really ones I got really excited about this week. First of all, here we have Mr. Dave Stevens' cover to the Rocketeer official movie adaptation.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
Got that bad boy for cover price. It's never been open. It was brand new, sitting in the shop. Had been sitting there since he bought it back in 1987 or whatever it was. Same shop, I found this book, which I am very unfamiliar with. Kidnapping Kevin Smith.
Oh, nice.
By Pathetic Aesthetic Comics.
Interesting.
I know nothing about it. I saw it. I am a 90s, I came of age in the 90s. So, Kevin Smith is very much a part of my my social lexicon from that period of time. And, that's my age group. So for all you whippersnappers out there who don't know who this is, Mallrats, Clerks, Chasing Amy, you probably don't know any of those movies either, but he did them all.
And by the way, do not kidnap Kevin Smith. He is a national treasure.
He is a national treasure. Last but not least, this is the most expensive book I bought all week. Tyro's still running Planet Arizona. They're up to like issue 138 or something like that.
I have issue 1. I thought the issue I had was like 145 or something.
You know what? That might be right. That might be right. I just finished one. Just finished reading an issue.
Let me check mine because it could be 122 also, so I'm not sure.
You have the issue that has Varangian Vigilante.
Yeah, I've got the issue where Varangian gets killed. It's either 122 or 145, and I can't remember.
We're up to 126.
So it's 122 that it was Varangian.
That's
last but not least, the most expensive book I bought all week. Suspira #1 from Chaos Comics. This is autographed. Now, I have an autograph already that came out of, I think, the Cheap Bins in Lady Fantastic's hometown. But here is Brian Polito's autograph.
Yeah, right. Isn't that cool now?
Yeah, so,
dude,
so cool.
So, y'all, I got this nerd a freaking signature. I found it in the 50-cent bin.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. And I am a huge Chaos Comics fan from back in the day. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Chaos Comics, if you hear of Evil Ernie, modern Evil Ernie, modern Evil Ernie sucks. All right, it flat out sucks. I'm not even gonna quibble here. It's published by that publisher that I shall not name. Starts with a D, ends with an I, they bought the Chaos catalog of comics of characters. Yeah, there you go. When Chaos went under,
all the time.
They got bought. I think Evil Ernie Universe got bought by DDP, and then DDP stopped paying people and went bankrupt. So their stuff got sold again. And I think this current D-ite publisher bought them up, and they do not know how to do the character. The character's lame. The original Evil Ernie stuff, guys, is the most ridiculous, over the top murder porn comic you'll ever read in your life. This is not, as you can see, quite so murder pornish. It's more beautiful lady pornish. Brian Polito really knew how to drive sales. It was typically scantily clad women, but he would always have these really rare or harder to get covers, limited to like 2,000, 2,500, which in the 90s is a low print run. And I believe this one right here was a limited to 2,000 print run cover. So there are very few of these out there.
And this was made back in the 90s?
Yeah. I think this was 99.
So this is the Dario D'Argentino. I'm going to always screw up that name. Is that film based off of not the one that just came out on Netflix the last year or the year before?
I'm not sure what you mean.
So there was the original Suspiria movie that Dario D'Argentino, famous horror director.
Right.
He did the Suspiria movie way back in late 60s, early 70s, and then they redid that movie where it's so long. But then there was one scene where they're all dancing and they're thrown around like rag dolls and bones are broken. It's really horrific, but interesting looking.
Yeah. So that was it. That was everything. I got that actually from a shop that I don't even know where the heck else I got.
Is that a variant?
That is a variant. It's a
Okay.
limited edition cover. I think, like I said, I think it's like 2,500 print run for that cover. So not really very
Nice.
little, and autographed by Mr. Polito there. So the shop I was in, they just picked up a new collection, had a bunch of autographed books in there. And I had most of the autographs. I had the Brian Polito one too, but I love the cover, and it was Polito, and it was near the end of Chaos's existence. I think they finally went under in 02, if I remember right. And that's it. That's all I got.
Cool.
That's all you wrote.
I went really quick. I was really fast.
Yes, you
A
did.
fast.
Lady.
Okay, Kirk, did you get a bunch?
No, I got a little bit. I ain't got a lot. I can go real quick if you want.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Kirk.
Yeah.
You're going Kirk.
This is not what I got today. This is what I'm reading. What I was reading earlier. But it's
Lots
just
of cool
happens.
stuff.
I'm trying to catch up because the new issue came out today. But let me show you all what I got real quick. Blast Off.
Yes, me too.
Yo.
Guardians of the Galaxy number 12.
Did you read it?
I say I did. That's why I said Blast Off, because going into issue number 13, it's going down. I've been enjoying like the last two runs of Guardians of the Galaxy. It's been a pretty good read. They really did something interesting with Peter's powers. Now he's like a god status now. So
I jumped on at issue 9.
Nice. Yeah, I've been digging it. So I thought that was pretty unique to the whole breakdown of his the power, how his, the guns, the power of his gun.
Yeah.
So the elemental gun. Then I also got Maestro 3, which is a really good read. Kind of learned a lot about the Pathions. Did not know about them. And they tricked Maestro. And it was a really good juke. I've been digging Savage Avengers. This is probably one of my favorite, one of many of my favorite runs in Marvel right now. And there's definitely a tie-in obviously, to King in Black. But it was a very tasteful tie-in.
Has Punisher made an appearance since issue 15 or 14 or whichever one it was?
Yeah, he did. They Elektra ended up recruiting him, so that was a really good. That was a really good mission. It was like before the whole tie-in to the King in Black. But yeah, he was in it.
Cool.
And then here's Once in the Future. I know everybody says it's like a roller coaster. But I'm definitely riding the roller coaster. This was a pretty cool. Actually, last issue was a really good twist. So I think a lot of readers that have read the last two issues, hopefully they'll be reignited to like continue. Because I know I was, but it definitely looks like it's about to conclude. And did anybody else read this yet? Alien. I read it. It was, you didn't read? Nobody read it yet?
I didn't pick it up.
Nothing today.
Oh, I made sure I read everything. For once in my life, I actually read something. Yeah, it was a really good read.
Lady, do you need a copy of Aliens?
What?
Scotty Young?
Huh?
Do you need a copy of Aliens, Scotty Young?
But what about Kirk?
He has one.
Oh.
Yeah, Gorilla Tom's gonna give me one.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
The comics in the web.
Okay.
This one I did not read yet because I'm still reading. I read number 1, which I loved. And correct me if I'm wrong. This is an anthology, so the issue after number 2 is a different story, and then this is a story about a mime, right? So let me know if I'm wrong or right. I don't know. But all I know is that the first issue was really good. I can't wait to read number 2, and then I've heard good things about this one. Here's one of my exes, and I'm not proud of them. No, I won't hate on X-Men because I just have not been into X-Men right now. I just got burned out. But I'm still, they're still on my read list. Maybe I'll read them somewhere down the line.
Because they're coming out with more titles like Way of X1.
Yes.
Yeah, don't even get me started. But I am glad that they finally picked up back on Black Panther because I've been really loving the series. I've been reading it since issue
Don't
1.
sleep on it.
Yeah, everybody's sleeping on this series. But I like it because I loved Hickman's run on Avengers, and it tied into the when Black Panther sent off his little crew during the incursion, and then it was just interesting to see what happened to that crew because they switched up because instead of being the wholesome, loving Wakandans, they became like dictators and slavers. When they got into the galaxy. So you can obviously tell I love the story. And if anybody hasn't read it yet, they should definitely pick up the trade. Yeah. So I read that. That was really good. And then this is the issue I can't read until I read the previous one, but that cover is awesome of Scumbag. Look at that lady. She looks pissed. I'm so disgusted of him.
Somehow I missed showing it, but I had that one as well.
Oh yeah,
here it is.
Yeah, I didn't see you show that one.
Yeah, there it is.
There
you go.
I know.
Twins.
Yo,
That's all I got. That's all I got. I told you it was quick. I got some beauties coming tomorrow though. So maybe Friday.
Yes. Let's go. All right.
Friday, we might all have to make an appearance on the ladies' show.
We might.
The lady show.
Speaking of the lady, what
wow.
does the lady have?
So, as you know,
chunk.
Mr. Miracle Man and I are twins. Sorry. Stray Dogs #2.
Nice.
Another twinsy, Die 14. Here we go.
Is it just me, or every time you read that, do you sing it like a Backstreet Boy song? Die, die, die.
That's
No.
instinct, you
Now I
uncultured
do.
fuck.
Thank you. Jesus. Die.
What'd you
That's
say?
it. I said that's an NSYNC song, you uncultured fuck.
That's accurate.
All right, we'll show
They're
you.
all the same fucking band.
I mean,
No, they're not.
she has a point.
They-
You uncultured fuck.
I am an uncultured fuck. That's accurate.
You fucking Philistine.
That's
All
also accurate.
This is a second print of #2.
Ooh.
First time, like, my LCS has had these, and I found the B cover to issue 3, so I picked it up.
Nice.
And Miles, #24, Clone Saga is issue 25, so it's just like coming into that. But I also picked up the Swamp Thing variant. 50 Years of Swamp Thing. Or Man Thing, shit. The Man Thing variant. My bad.
I like Man Things.
Here is issue 12. Kirk showed it. Two-tone. This is my girl Shuri. Black Panther #4. You missed it?
I missed it. I need to get that.
She's
It
so
was on my order.
I love it. So, anyways, I picked that one up, and I picked up the regular A cover. And I got Taskmaster #5 variant. I like that he's just like sitting there in a car upside down, like, fuck. Like, I don't know.
Well, that's a good cover. I wish
Yeah,
I'd
it
gotten
is.
that one.
It's great.
That's a
It's
great
funny.
cover. Yeah.
Black Widow's gonna kill me.
The whole series has been an incredibly fun read.
Found this today at my LCS. Really, really, really
No
sharp. cover.
way.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Ooh, I almost got that cover. I love Kang the Conqueror.
Do you have it? You have
No, I
it?
don't.
I
I
think
want that whole heroic age run.
so. I think I may have one already, and if I do, then I'll. Well, it'll have to be in another shipment because I already got your shit packed. But
Oh yeah, I'm already on.
but I'll
Is
do
that-
this.
Is that a JR?
Yes,
It looks like a JR.
it is a JR. Sing for Day, classic calf lady. Yes, it is Mike Zeck. Mwah, I love you, Mike Zeck. Sing for Daddy. Marvel Premiere number 4, Master of the Mystic Arts.
Nice. Great cover.
Very nice.
Smallness.
Is that a reprint or is that a new story?
That's
This-
no new stories.
Marvel Premiere? Yeah. All right. Very nice.
And by issue 10, you have that weirdly named creature that they're saying might be in one of the movies. Yugoth, Slogoth.
Oh, yeah.
Sligoose.
Slugworth.
Y'all. Dell Comics 12 Center, Charlie Chan, motherfucking cat burglar.
What? I didn't know Charlie Chan had costumed criminals in it.
Mother effing cat burglar striking.
I'm gonna have to find out more about that.
1965.
Mm.
So I thought that was great because I'm a big fan of cats, and that was too much to handle. This right here. It's too
Get
much.
a mittens.
Yeah, get him mittens. Also, Nuns with Guns.
Oh yeah,
Good.
that's a great cover.
Yeah, Geronimo Jones, issue 4, Charlton Comics. You've done a terrible deed. Now you must pay. But sister, I'm innocent.
Bang!
She don't care. She's here for blood.
This is like basically Django Unchained with a nun.
That's awesome.
Not even fucking with you.
I need that book.
Not even with you.
I need that book in my life.
The shit. Also, so there's other back issues I got today. And some other shit that I got in the mail. What are we giggling about?
Ace says to Shatter Glass Comic Reviews, which is actually Slippy Fingers, I will gladly yell at that uncultured fuck over mistaking the wrong 2000 hit window. And just so everybody knows, I was already an adult at that point, so I didn't know
Doesn't
any
matter.
the last
Doesn't
boy band I knew about was New Kids on the Block, and I'm saying New Kids on the Block with their NKOTB.
But
Okay,
you got kids too, don't you? Don't they work?
listen to that
I
shit.
got this from a lot, but I'm showing it again.
I know I was. Oh,
First
nice.
Captain Universe,
Nice.
Nice.
Micronauts 8.
Going
Wait
for
a
like
second.
$8 now.
50 Cent?
Oh!
Oh, Captain Universe.
Number 9.
Well,
Second
Got it.
appearance.
I think I have 10. Yes. Yeah.
Or that
Oh,
I will
first
drown you,
appearance.
Captain Universe.
Well, that one. That's the one I have.
Money, money, money.
I was singing that in my head. No way.
Money,
Hold on.
That is hilarious.
Is the cat in that issue?
Huh?
Is the cat Greer in that issue? It says
There is
the
a yes. It's the claws of the cat.
No way. I love the background.
Oh.
Meow, bitches.
It looks like the cat. It looks like the cat from Rescue Rangers.
It looks like the fucking. All
Fat
right.
cat. That was his name.
This A4
Oh, I love
number
that issue.
1, signed by Marguerite Bennett.
Oh, no way. How did you get that?
I'll never tell. I got it off an auction from Tricky Trapster.
Oh, nice.
Part of a
Oh, he
lot.
did it.
So it came with A-Force number 1, signed by her. A-Force number 2,
Doom.
3,
Is this the first run or the second one?
4. This is the first run.
Dang, nice.
22. And 5.
These are great covers.
Yeah, thank you. So there's that. And then finally, I really wanted to put together the all new, all different Avengers set. So I'm going to show you. I got a bunch of today. I don't have the whole set, but I'm getting really close. Oh, so
I got that issue 1 with the Scotty.
this is 0 or whatever. Whatever. It just shows like all the new teams, like the Uncanny Avengers, A-Force, Ultimates, Derp. Like they're just looking at the formation of all these new teams. Whatever. Nobody cares. I mean, actually, it's supposed to be a big
Deadpool.
boy band knowledge. Is I have some friends that you would love to talk with from that I went to high school with. So this is issue 1. Huh?
Is that an Alex Ross cover?
This whole run is
Yes.
No, please tell me no.
Yes.
Okay, it's official. It's going on the list. I got
Every issue.
The whole run is wrong.
Dang, it's just like that Spider-Man run with the Alex Ross covers. I want that run too.
Oh, like the 790.
Yeah, these covers. Okay,
They're all gorgeous.
these are
They're all
beautiful.
gorgeous
Yeah.
covers. Yeah. Yeah, it was a team that I think people didn't get really excited about, unfortunately. So I don't think the title got the attention it deserved.
No, I agree, but it's I mean, it's got. Oh, I didn't even know they had a thing.
It was great.
I want to read even more now.
It was great because it was a lot of legacy heroes filling the role of Avengers, which like listen, I like Cap and Thor and Iron Man, but let's be honest, we should have more legacy heroes.
It's time to pass
leading
the
the
torch
team.
to get long in the tooth. This launched champions.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm kind of mad that I slip on champions.
That's a great cover.
No,
Look at
these
that.
are like homage covers. Is that? Oh no way!
I could be wrong, but is that the first Kid Kaiju?
I don't know if it's the first.
Kid Kaiju. That's the kid from that did the what I can't remember the run. He's the one that draws all the monsters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, this cover.
They just throw all their shit in a pile. Like fuck it, we're done.
We're out. We're starting a new club. It's Club 7.
No, I had another one.
That's a cool cover.
Man, that is a great one. Dang, man, that's going on the list. This run right here. I was gonna get it in trade, but not again. Nope. Got to get every single one.
This one I really like. It's a nihilist.
He's one of my favorite supervillains. I still want his first appearance.
And here's all the villains, and he's got them like
Controlled,
enslaved in the negative zone or some shit.
That's great. I'm surprised he hasn't like consumed him and just assimilated him.
This with
No
fucking
way.
Miles with the fucking
That's a
power
great
bands.
cover. Did you buy this in a lot or?
No, so my LCS had quite a few of these on the back issues. I had about half of them. So starting at issue 10, I picked it up. So I picked up 10, 11, 12, 13.
Dang, that is a nice cover.
So, and then I picked up issue 14. And then the rest I had.
Civil War El Duso.
Yeah.
And then final issues with some faves.
No way. That's a great cover.
Final issue of the run.
Very nice.
I'm
Very
done.
nice. Great pickups, Lady F. Great pickups. Did you say Hanson was your first concert, Ace?
Yes.
Oh
Really?
my god.
Also, little fuck. I was gonna type it, but I'm not now. When I was a kid, I had a crush on Taylor Hanson. Okay, every Taylor I had known up to that point was a woman. Okay,
It
so when
looked
I
like a
found-
girl. He looked like a girl.
When I
No,
found out that Taylor Hansen was a boy, I was devastated. And that's how I became bi instead of lesbian. You're welcome.
So does this mean that now
My
we're talking about Mbop that I have to blow myself and stop going Mbop?
Do up, yeah. There's so many relationships in life. Only one or two will last. You go through all the pain and strife. Hold on, but you don't go too fast. Oh yeah.
so not that this matters, but my first concert was Metallica / Danzig
Nice.
in
Whack.
94, and then my second concert at the end of 94, that was in the summer. The end of 94, my second concert was Pink Floyd's final tour, the Division Bell tour.
So a bunch of nobodies.
And then my next concert was Rolling Stones Bridges to Babylon tour in 98.
A bunch of nobodies.
And since then, it's been nothing but downhill.
My first concert my parents took me to, it was the Grateful Dead. They kind of lost me because it was the 80s and my parents were hippies. And some guy that kind of looked like Jerry Garcia and was kind of a biker dude thought it would be really hysterical to go, "Hey kid, go over here, smell some of this." Okay, I'm looking for my mom. I'm lost. Here, smell this. Okay. Oh my God. Now I'm not that much more wired. That kind of explains a lot, right?
No way.
Definitely does. Definitely does. So we've had a lot of things happen in the comic.
I didn't show anything.
World. Oh, Rob, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was just going to bring up. I was just going to bring up, like it happened, like, and within the last 2 hours, there was an announcement about a movie. So I was going to talk about that.
Oh, please do.
Well, we got an announcement on who's going to play Dr. Fate in the Black Adam movie.
No way.
We did. Do we have any guesses?
Not Helen Mirren because she's busy.
She's busy being awesome. She can't be in Black Adam's as a superhero because that's lame.
I'm gonna go with
my mom.
I'm gonna go with motherfucking Ashton Kutcher.
No. No. You're gonna hear it.
Brosnan.
Here's fucking Brosnan.
Oh, he's hot.
Yes.
Ew, he's hot. I love Pierce Brosnan.
I would bottom for Pierce Brosnan. I would absolutely
love with him during the Bonds Goldeneye. I was sexual chocolate.
Hilarious.
He is a DILF.
He is DILF. That's accurate.
Whatever, dude. You can go on and on about your MILFs, man. I'm talking about my DILFs. And Pierce Brosnan's on the DILF list. Numero uno. Hit it. I'd make him call me Moneypenny. Ooh!
Oh my God. So Pierce Brosnan, he will be playing Kent Nelson, Dr. Fate. No word as yet whether or not he'll be passing the torch, although it's his first theatrical appearance, so not necessarily necessary to be doing any torch passing this early. But the JSA will be represented. You're going to have Kent Nelson, Dr. Fate. You're going to have Cyclone, who's the granddaughter of the original Red Tornado. You're going to have Atom Smasher, who's the I don't know what they're going to show him as, but he's the he was the adopted son.
They're basically
he's the godson of the Atom.
The JSA from Jeff Johns from way back in the day.
Yep, and they're going to have Hawkman, as we all know. And I think those are the only main characters that are going to be there. But I thought I heard a rumor that Jakeem Thunder might appear as well.
Yes, that's why a lot of those weird books from back in the early 2000s now spiking because, hey, this is going to be in a movie.
Right.
Maybe.
Right.
I'll wait until we see it. We know a little too much about how DC movies turn out. I just 4 hours and cropped. Wait, what did I just say? I didn't say anything.
Nothing. You said nothing.
Nothing at all.
We don't want those stands in here.
Oh, speaking of that kind of person,
Yeah.
You got one of them's?
yeah.
Oh.
No,
Well,
we don't.
I guess on that case, should I just start showing some books now?
Yeah,
Show us
show
some
some
books.
I will do it quickly. So,
Like, you know what? I could respond, is that woman horny? Like, you wouldn't know because you've never fucking fucked one, but whatever. Sorry.
there. All
Sorry.
right, we got Bitterroot. Bitterroot is back.
Ooh,
I need to read first.
that
volume.
cover is sex.
It's
Look at that.
one of those
It is back.
125
What issue? 11? Okay.
issues.
Bitterroot is so good, and I'm so mad that y'all don't like actively read it. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
I was
Ace, I have issue number 1. Get off my balls.
Read
have
it.
Series. I just
No.
Department of Truth, 4th print.
Umpteenth
Oh,
print.
Nice.
This is going to the ladies.
Wait, what variant is that?
Pierce Brosnan is a daddy.
That's a nice variant.
Cool.
I would call him Daddy, Lady F. I would absolutely call him.
Oh, is
Wow,
that the thing?
you could get me to call somebody Daddy. It would be Pierce Brosnan.
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
This is going in your pile. And just remember, Miracle Man, behave yourself.
Ooh.
That's that book right there.
There's
Sex.
a
I'll tell you
picture.
what.
Hey, Once in Future number 17. There was another cover I wanted to get. I didn't see it at the shop, otherwise I would have gotten it. But I put that one on my poll list. So oops. Guess I should probably look a little better on FOCs. Here's Post Americana number 4. This is a series.
2, 3.
One winds up having all cybernetic limbs, and they can be taken off, kind of like a detachable penis, just like the song.
Is he a cannibal too?
Hmm?
Is he a cannibal too?
This is a new character that's I don't know anything really about this character, but I know that he makes an appearance in this issue. I think he might have appeared at the end of the last one.
And you know
Yeah,
what, going
right,
to Arizona, I'd also hit it with Remington Steele, too. That is such a porn name.
Absolutely. Now, here's one of my new favorite reads of this year. This is the 2nd print.
Oh, nice.
Yes, as described before, imagine a Bluth film from the 80s. Look at the cute puppies. There's so many of them. Oh, they just introduced a new puppy to the rest of the group. Oh, what's that you say? It seems that your master that brought us all here, that takes care of us, is a murderer? That murdered your former master? No, that's impossible. In fact, you'll forget after a week, and they do. It's so good.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, they start off explaining how dogs, they have memory, but they don't really remember specifics. They remember their person. They remember when it's time to eat. They remember where their food dish is, but they forget. They forget things.
Yeah, by the end of the issue, which, sorry to spoil the first issue, but do pick up the second and the second print. If you missed the first print, this is definitely a series you should be reading. Stray Dogs.
Yeah.
Holy
I
shit.
gotta look it up.
Yeah, it's good.
Michelangelo.
Oh, my LTS still has it, so I'll pick it up.
Now, here's that action
Is that a micro
comics.
series? Oh, I couldn't get that one.
Yeah, this is part of the micro series. I think they're reprints. I don't know if it's
Yeah,
Nice. Nice.
I slept on that. I wanted the
This is the
Donatello
Action Comics B cover. Oh, I'm gonna get them all.
one.
Now here's Batman 4. Hey, Tony Fett, good to see you out there in the chat land.
Oh, that's a reflection. Spock Man needs to see that.
Reflection.
What issue and what comic book is that? Title and issue, please.
Issue 4, Batman Black and White.
A or B cover?
I want to read the
The
original
B cover, Simon Bianchi.
B cover? Okay.
B cover. This is
I heard that run is really good.
Nice.
detective. This is one I know that Comics on the Mind needs, so if anybody can find it, get it to him in the next couple days. He needs to show up to a signing. Wink, wink, nod, nod. Sooner rather than later.
No, I have it. My shop just kept it so I can get signed.
Oh, good.
Hey, has anybody seen their so I saw that Harley today. I didn't pick it up. Nothing against Riley Rossimo. I'm just not a big fan of the art. But there
Not
was
reading
There was a variant done by a Japanese artist.
Yoshitaka Amano. Yes, he did the artwork for Sandman Dream Hunters way back when. Fantastic artist. I'm surprised to shit that people are just discovering him now.
Yeah, it looks like you can pick it up for really not a lot of money. Can I share screen this real fast?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I just want to show this. You don't like it?
No,
you can't share string it.
Why?
I said so.
Oh, you're a pooper. Hold on a second. Wait, I gotta. Okay, there's a thing with the stuff.
Well, you figured that out. Here's a reprint that everyone's looking for. It's just the first 2 issues with the same cover.
Right.
Okay. Do people want that?
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah, my shop had a bunch of them.
I got the last one left at my shop. Are you still going to try and show it? Oh, here we go. Add to stream.
So here's that cover. And there's actually 2 of these. There's this one right here, which has got the pink background. You can get these. It looks like Forbidden Planet's got them for $10. Really not that expensive.
What is that? Yellow background? That's the 1 per store variant.
Right. There's a yellow, green.
That's a green one, yeah.
It's a green background.
Lime green.
Yoshitaka Amano. So yeah, pretty pricey. Here it is on the bay.
Do you have it?
I have it up. Yep.
Yeah, how much? I'm curious myself.
Looks like it's going for about $1.50.
Damn. Share the screen. Let's see.
Am I not sharing?
Raw?
I'm not seeing it yet.
Did you see?
Hold on a sec.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, we're gonna see how much this is going for on eBay right now.
This is crazy.
What am I doing
Because
wrong?
welcome to pandemic bidding on comics on eBay. It's fucking crazy.
Oh, it's been bad. It's been
My
bad.
crazy ass is getting sleepy.
Here it is.
I'm gonna finish out here it is, and then I'll finish out showing the stuff. Nice.
Can you see it?
That's a nice cover.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's a couple of Avengers Silver Age goodness. I'm
Right.
good.
For $1.50. For $1.50, spend $10. Get the pink one. It's the same cover. It's just pink.
Yeah.
Wait, they might re-release it in the Virgin variant for $2.
Right. So anyway,
go for crazy price. No print.
All right, so going through this quickly. Here's the other Teen Titans. Oh wait, no, this is the regular cover. Here is the cover B, because for all of these new issue number 1s for Infinite, whatever the fuck they were deciding to call this, just picking up the first issues and I'm out, except for Teen Titans Academy. The Sensational Wonder Woman just felt really regurgitated. I got the second issue because of the cover, but I'm like, no, I should stop. Get away, DC. Speaking of which, get away from this costume. Ooh. I mean, I know he's wearing it because he's supposed to be like filming stuff for all of us idiots to be watching at home, but it's dangerous to be a Spider-Man doing live streaming.
What's up, Z?
What's up, Z? Thanks for swinging by, man.
I love that.
So cute.
I can't wait. I gotta wait.
This one is going to be fantastic.
Oh, thank you. Meow meow.
Here is cover.
Read. That wasn't too bad.
Oh, you found
Carnage,
it.
black and white.
Nice.
My
You know how
shop
it
has
is.
so many copies. I think that the Gleason types of covers like this, while nice, has been a little.
Oh, your shop had tons?
They had plenty. If you
Well,
want
think
to,
about what happened with the.
Get me one. Get me one. Mine didn't have any.
Every character.
your
Oh, my
stock.
bad.
Oh, shit. Thank you.
You're welcome. Here's Guardians of the Galaxy, number 12. I haven't read it yet. I haven't read any of these. Here's issue number 24 of the Clone Saga with Miles Morales. Here is the second print of, I'm absolutely going to butcher his name, Taguchi?
I'm sure that was pronounced correctly.
Perfect.
Yes, okay. Here's Taskmaster, issue number 5, the
Cool.
regular edition of this. And let's see, after that, what do I have? I don't know. I have things here. Oh, I have something else here. This I picked up over at.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Banger.
no way.
It's a banger.
Is it?
It's a banger. Watch your eyes, everybody.
Can you handle
Sorry,
that?
everybody.
Warning, 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 warning. Banger alert, banger alert. Holy fucking shit. Look at that fucking book. Oh my fucking god. Look at that fucking book. Oh my fucking god. Look at that book. Jesus. Jesus. Oh my god.
I like turtles.
You know, Trauma might be calling you about that, just so you know.
Yeah. By the way, everybody, that is
I mean, have you ever heard his
Avengers
interviews?
movie. If you haven't seen it, watch Toxic Avengers. It is awesome. I sped up the video and cut it all to pieces. Here's issue number 9 of Cable. I heard that this is canceled, but who knows? Maybe it could still be saved. Don't save any of the X titles. Just cut all the X titles. Please. This is the last book I picked up. It is Excalibur 19. Now, there are some books that I did wind up picking up today, but perhaps I could wind up showing that on the ladies' channel. But here they are real quick. We got Amazing Spider-Man 294. This is from... Who did I pick this up from? I picked this up from Miami Fresh Comics. And by the way, Miami Fresh Comics, I think I have it here somewhere. Miami Fresh Comics, you can find them on Instagram over at Miami Fresh Comics. They do regular claim sales this Thursday, which is tomorrow, 7:30 Eastern Time. This is where I get my comics. When you see the stuff behind me, a good portion of this comes from that shop, so do check them out. Otherwise, here's some of the things I picked up from them today. The Cat number 1. First appearance of Greer. She winds up becoming...
Oh, great.
I was working on finding this. Becomes this. Next, Cat number 2. Now I just need an issue number 3 and a 4. Allan. Captain America 106 and slowly working on my early issues of Caps now that I have the keys.
Oh, wow, baby.
Yeah. Here's the first appearance of Mr. Mobius, also picked up from Brian. Take the Time Collectibles. You can Brian,
I'm trying to find a 353.
353. Oh, I paid $20 for this. It's probably I probably overpaid, but I just wanted it, and it was in pretty nice condition. I didn't have one.
Yeah, I need to find one.
I've been looking for this. These are the
nice.
That's sexy.
These were the last two I needed.
Give me my money, honey.
Here's my money, honey. He follows them around the world for $50. Awesome. $50. Where's my money, honey? So it's like, you're crazy. Why are you following me around everywhere? It's $50.
I can disintegrate you.
Speaking of crazy, you can't go wrong with Dr. Doom fighting fucking
Oh, that's a great cover.
Yeah, 149.
And Camelot. I had the 150. Needed this one. That's
nice.
I've got that one. I don't have 150.
That's nice. That's nice, Rob.
So
That's
that
nice.
has been our show tonight. So I want to thank everybody for coming out and watching our little show here tonight, because we do this once a week, every week, and we'll be back next week at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. How about we go around and see if there's anything going on in some of these fine people's channels? Miracle Man, and well, actually, I know that Lady Fantastic needs to go to bed and soon. So, Lady Fantastic, take it away. Anything going on your channel?
Friday, let's all hang. Let's get all the nerds here, show our shit. Saturday, Southern Comic Geeks. Saturday morning cartoon crew, 1 p.m. Central Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time. And Tuesdays, I'm on Peter Parker's comics auctions around 8 p.m. at night. You guys take care. Thank you so much for having me on.
We love you.
Bye, lady.
Love you, lady.
Love you.
He'll be in my dreams. And I'm really excited about Helen Mirren. And I'm glad, Ace, that you put Miracle Man in his place regarding 2000s boy bands.
Fucking Philistine.
Die, die, die.
Bye bye.
Oh,
I see you comics down, bro. Been
Keep
working.
going 3 more hours. I have a hearing at 9 a.m. I have a deposition at 10 that's not going to happen because the 9 a.m. hearing is an hour. Then I have training all afternoon, and I have to be awake somehow for it.
I can do another 3 hours.
I do have one last thing that I do want to say. An attorney that I met way back when I first started doing this job is court reporting. I'm not going to say any names, but Mr. White, thank you so very much, because way back when I first started doing this job, dressing up the way I do now, minus the sunglasses, this attorney started going, hey, you're into comics too? He shows me his phone. He has all this stuff in CLZ, and he has thousands of it. He shows me pictures, and I'm going,
that's
I got to get my shit together. So then I ordered all these bags, all these boards, got all new boxes, bagged, reboarded, double boards. And before you know it, I'm looking at YouTube going, hey, this Silver Age Dave has some good ideas, putting together some shelving units and how to put the racks together. And fast forward a couple months, meet Lady Fantastic, meet Miracle Man, meet Kirk, meet Ace. Oh, and it all started from Mr. White. So thank you, Mr. White. He's not Breaking Bad, but he might wear a sweater because it's cold in Miami. So, Miracle Man, anything happening in the world of Miracle Man on your show?
Well, there's always Chud busting over on Twitter at Komodo1977. We also we try to squeeze in some time to talk about comics and comic-related accessories. So we can do that all the time. I will be appearing on an upcoming episode of I Freaking Love Comics with Robo, Judah, and Spawn.
Nice.
Just yesterday, I was over on the Whack Comics channel. We had a fantastic stream. Loved hanging out with those guys. If you're not subbed to Whack Comics, please make sure you sub to them. The Tyler and Lee successfully flabbergasted me to the point of not having words to say, and I'll tell you that's happened to be like 4 times in my entire
times.
Okay.
If you're into feet, you will really love that episode.
Yes.
Dude, don't show my face. Why do you always do that?
Yes, if you like feet, definitely watch Whack Comics episode from yesterday. Tyler's feet were prominently displayed for several agonizingly long minutes. But yes, it was a fantastic time. Really enjoyed it. Make sure you sub them up. My friend Eva is here. She just showed up to watch the stream. Fortunately,
love you, Eva.
Love you, Eva. Everybody loves Eva. If for any of you who don't know Eva, Eva's a very good friend of mine over on Twitter. Her handle is Eva is Adorable. She has a fantastic podcast with just every single episode she does has a superstar creator on it. So make sure you go over and subscribe to her as well for her podcast. Get those episodes. We had Tom Peyer tonight just to tease you guys a little bit. We have a whole lot of fantastic creators coming up. We're going to have some folks that will probably blow your mind. So make sure you come back and see us every Wednesday. Yes. Some of them blew my mind. Oh, Jesus. SG Footmods. Jesus Christ, Tyler. Jesus Christ. And with that, I will bid you good night.
Okay. So, Ace, what is going on in the world of Ace? Twitter? Well, maybe we don't want to talk about that. I don't know. Ace, anything going on?
I'm drawing a picture of Debbie Harry right now. I'm getting $200 to do it. So there's that.
Nice. This is how you're getting new comic book day money.
I'm going to put it all on Sex Toys.
Before you know it, you're going to be just buried in Hitachi.
I hope so. God, I hope so.
Fucking Christ.
Don't keep shaming here. It's even better when
Look,
you do
Clip that.
there are some Helen Mirren movies coming out, so I need to Hitachi.
Listen, if they don't fix it, we're going to do a Hitachi fund right here, a fundraising drive right here on the show for you. Don't worry, Ace. We got you. We got you.
Instead of a drive to 1,000 subscribers, we don't care about that. I mean, it's nice that y'all watch, and thank you for watching, replay viewers, live viewers, but we're more interested in making sure that she is up her eyeballs, and that they are buried up to their eyeballs in Hitachi.
So instead of like the road to 1,000 subscribers, can we do a road to 1,000 orgasms?
Fuck yeah, we will.
I will record every single one to make sure we get there.
Oh, we're getting kicked the fuck off YouTube.
Oh man.
This is not art anymore.
Yes, it is. Are you saying my body is an art?
Oh, it is.
Wow, Rob.
Is so much
Wow. Wow.
beautiful.
Oh, you done fucked up now, Rob.
Y'all want to see where I'm at so far while I'm here? With my Debbie Harry picture, you want to see?
Yeah, let's see it.
Blowing you up.
Stop showing my face.
Blowing you down.
I don't think that means what you meant it to mean. Blowing you down.
All right.
I am a schmuck.
No more than the rest of us, my friend.
No, my first Jewish girlfriend I ever had, she called me that kind of as an endearment, but she was right. Holy crap, nice.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Beauty. You're right, Planet Arizona.
Sorry, Planet. And we're canceled with that. Ace is art.
I know.
Blowing you down.
Have you seen this face? No, you haven't. Never mind.
So, Kirk, what's going on in the world of you? Are you going live with Gorilla Todd tomorrow night?
Yes, I am. I will be going live on the Teachers Lounge. If you are not aware of that show, you should be. Usually we go back and forth. Last week it was on my channel, so this week we will be on Gorilla Todd's channel, where we just talk about everything about teaching, comic books and whatever else we want to, shoot the shit about. So if you're interested, come on by. And we appreciate you. And I'm also where'd that beautiful name go? Gonna be on this channel next week.
Nice.
So I'll be having a whacktacular time. So stay tuned. If you're not subbed up to Whack, you need to be. And well, come on,
Ace, we have to make sure that they sing this song right now.
God damn it. Pussy, 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 marijuana. I don't remember the rest of the words right now. Fuck.
Pussy, 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 marijuana. Don't you wanna? What? I don't remember. It was a video from 11 years ago.
It was still hilarious.
I love it.
Yeah, we're working on the time. Because my school is actually going back. We're doing like hybrid teaching now. So in the morning time we'll be doing virtual still, and then in the afternoons we'll be in person. So it's gonna be interesting next week. But yeah, I'm still gonna be on the show, and it's gonna be awesome. But yeah, that's all I got going on. And I have a couple of videos that I need to upload onto the YouTubes. And hopefully I'll be doing that tonight. So stay tuned. That's all I got.
And me, my name is Rob Worst. Yeah, sure, you can find me on the Twitter. I'm kind of sort of posting, but not really, because people are annoying sometimes. And some people are trolls. And Instagram, everybody either just wants to sell me stuff or buy my books, and I don't sell anything. And lastly, I just want to say this. My name is Rob Worst. From Not Near Mint. I'm part of the Not Near Mint crew, and we here at this channel, we do not support hate speech or those that support others in the industry that support that kind of stuff. So we had somebody on several weeks back that we were not aware of, and because of that, we pulled the episode. You might be seeing a missing episode 71, but that should say everything. I do apologize for anybody who may have been offended. Otherwise, we are a one-shot fits all because comics are for everybody. My name is Rob Worst. Thank you for watching the show tonight. We'll see you next week.
Good night, everybody.
I forgot the thing.
Oh, wait.
Oh, one last thing. For those that don't quite know, I have a little tagline I say every week, because if Black lives don't matter, all lives don't matter. So trans rights, Black Lives Matter, and Helen fucking Mirren, because we need to make sure that Ace gets into contact with Helen Mirren. Good night, everybody.
Night, everyone.
Thanks for tuning in. If you want to see this episode again, along with a catalog of back episodes and issues, surf on over to Not Near Mint on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. Rob Worst, Lady Fantastic, Miracle Man, and Comics on the Mind will be back next week. Same time, Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern Time on Not Near Mint.